And Rich Trapper tapping in, TNN Trap News Network. You feel me?
Rich Trapper.
The homie wanted you to whitelist this shit too.
Who?
Rich Trapper.
Rich Trapper?
He be reacting to your shit.
Rich Trapper tapping in TNN Trap News Network, back in this thing, like cook, cracking this thing, man. Like, comment, subscribe. More of this good content we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. Some news you can use. Knowledgeito you can't get in nobody's collegeito. Hold up. Wait. Rest in peace to the legend Nate Dogg, man. We finna get into this content, but before we do get into this, man, free the trappers, Rich Trapper Trap Pack, free the trapper, man. Look, go get you some of that good trap lottie from Free the Trappers, man. Make sure y'all tell them, look, I want the Rich Trapper Trap Lottie Trap Pack. You make sure you let them know that that's what you need, because if you ain't smoking on Trap Lottie, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Rich Trapper Trap Pack, man. Make sure y'all get into that if you ain't got into that. Free the Trappers over there on Crenshaw King. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe for everything that them gentlemen have going on. But you want to make sure you pull up and get some of that good Trap Lottie, man. That best Trappington that you could get over there on the Crenshaw District. Y'all know the deal. And make sure you like, comment, subscribe, because if you like, comment, subscribe, and especially the comments, you're going to drop one of them good comments, and you could win $150 between now and 20,000 subscribers. That's right, the best comment between now and 20,000 subscribers will get $150 cash Trappington. But the best comment between now and 50,000 subscribers, oh yeah, you're going to get a thou wow, big dog. You're going to get a rack of 500 from me. You're going to get 500 from T. Rellington over there on back on Figgington. You dig? And that's going to be that. You feel me? Anyway, man, make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, make sure you get into all that good content, and how little you care, and 100,000 cash, and make sure you hit the subscribe button, become part of the Trap Mafia, hit that notification bell at the top. Hit all say tap in for the latest and the greatest. What we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network? Get into that if you ain't got into that. You dig? We got my man 2 Gangster for YouTube. Academic crashes out on LA, said game politics is weak compared to Chicago. Let's get into this content without no further do's or don'ts. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
What it do, YouTube? What it do? So Brick Baby has recently banned members of ATK from Los Angeles. He said Young and Ace is banned from California. He said ever since Fulio has died, they lost like 5 to 6 members. Well, Brick Baby's big homie J-Bone heard about this whole mess. He said Brick Baby does not have the authority to ban anybody. He said Brick Baby is only a podcaster and nothing more. He has officially lifted the ban on...
Well, it's not like no one person can ban you from LA. Like, you would have to do something to like go, like, for example, like we all agree in LA right now that it's kind of like F Drake. They not like us. It has to be something like that. But then even then it's like if Drake goes to LA, nobody's gonna beat up Drake. Who wants to fight Drake? Nobody wants to fight Drake. You feel me? And this whole like ATK versus Brick Baby thing, I don't know. I'm not sure what the hell Brick Baby has going on with the Action Turtle Kids, but like Brick Baby's beef with the Action Turtle Kids is going really far. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not sure how he ended up with these, issues with these turtles that are about actions that have to be kids. But I say all that to say, I don't think nobody really cares. I don't think this is a thing where people are just like, we gotta get into this, and they're like, I don't really care about that. It's kind of one of those things. And I don't see anybody crashing out behind this, because I don't think anybody really actually understands why Brick Baby is into it with the Action Turtle Kids. ATK, Action Turtle Kids. I know that they had the issue with Fulio, God bless the dead. And Brick Baby said that they had lost, the Action Turtle Kids, that is, lost 6 members of the Action Turtle Kids. And then they said that it's Cab, and then Brick Baby said they can't come to LA. How were we as a coast in the city involved in this? No.
Young and Ace, and has welcomed him to his hood. He said Young and Ace can come to the Rolling 60s if he wants. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Young and Ace has ties with the PJ Watts Crips. He shot a music video in the PJs a while back. Today I see DJ Akademiks going in on Los Angeles. He said he got Philadelphia, Chicago, Jacksonville, and Memphis over Los Angeles. You know, when it comes to gang violence. He said Los Angeles went soft and ain't dangerous like it once was. You see, it's these type of misinformation that gets people clapped up.
The fact that LA, well, no place is what it once was, because gentrification is a nationwide phenomenon. So none of these ghettos or streets or areas or trenches are what they once were. You feel me? It's this thing called gentrification. It's a nationwide thing. We're all experiencing it, from Atlanta to New York to Philadelphia to Los Angeles to Chicago to Portland, Oregon to my Dade County in Florida, Miami. Everybody's experiencing what they call gentrification. White people way of getting black people out of the don't worry about it. That's a lesson for another time. You know, it's actually a lesson for right now. Gentrification is basically the process of taking whites who once didn't want to live within the inner cities because they felt that it was too blah, 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 and they lived on the outskirts, which is now called the suburbs. And then those of us who are within the inner city will pride ourselves on being from the inner city and not the suburbs because we know where the whites are in the suburbs and the blah, 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 are now coming back into those inner cities and trying to push blacks out into the suburbs to the blah, 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 and wooty bam and blah, 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 and because it's actually more convenient to live within the city than it is to live without a city, outside of a city. It's coming with it's gouging prices because they're buying property for a very low number and then reselling it for an extremely high number to where the residents can no longer afford to live in the area. They're knocking down grocery stores, knocking down businesses, knocking down community centers, and blah, 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 and replacing them with high rises that those people can no longer afford to be. Don't worry about it. Look it all up. Gentrification is some shit. That's basically what I'm saying. However, I say all that to say the city of Los Angeles, like every other city, has its good parts and has its bad parts. So I don't want to pride myself on being from like America's like most dangerous city or anything like that, because everybody should be able to travel these beautiful 50 states and enjoy everything that they have to offer. However, please don't make the misconception that within the city of Los Angeles, because Akademiks has given you the phrase that it has gone soft, that you cannot be a victim of physical harm. Pretty much.
When they come out here.
And I think when it comes to Chicago, I don't think it's a matter of one being better or one being more than the other and all that kind of stuff. I don't think that's a like a bragging point of like what cities are most dangerous and all that kind of stuff. But I will say that between cities of Los Angeles and Chicago, the politics are extremely different. One city does not operate like the other. So that's that. Some are better ways, some are worse ways, some are worse ways, some are better ways, but one is not like the other.
This is why so much of your favorite rappers die.
But I'll also say this too. Akademiks doesn't believe that, because if Akademiks actuality believed that and wasn't just talking online for clicks, Akademiks will walk around the streets of LA and blah, 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 and blah, 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 and do other things that he doesn't do and blah, 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 blah. So there's that as well.
Out here. This is why your toughest rappers get robbed out here. They see palm trees and nice houses, not understanding that this is the gang capital of the world. A Chicago rapper came out here and got stripped in the city of Hawthorne. Akademiks said that all gang members in LA are doing podcasting now. He said ain't no podcasting in Chicago because they actually live the life they talk about. Now shout out to Chicago because they are doing their thing. But you guys got weak laws out there. It's legal for you guys to carry a burner. They got laws preventing us from hanging out more than 10 deep in public. They're gentrifying our whole state. When our laws was weak like yours in the 70s and 80s, that's when we was top of the crop. But today we are just trying to get our money. All that gang stuff, you can have that. But if you come out here thinking it's sweet, you'll be another person in an RIP t-shirt with candles out in the streets.
That is actually a very true statement. 2 Gangs for YouTube. I couldn't have said it better myself. Pretty much. That's pretty much.
So don't listen to what Akademiks had to say.
I still got Jacksonville, Chirac, Philadelphia, and of course Memphis over LA. All of the tough gangsters I used to see in LA, all they do is content. The only LA people I see is the people who are like on podcasts every day. I don't know. I used to think of LA like this, like walking around like, what up, cuz? What up, blood? What up, this? I thought he used to be on the corner like set tripping. Then I realized, I'm like, no, they're not. They're just plugging in mics and talking. That's all they're doing. Chicago, we ain't see one podcast yet. We ain't see one podcast yet from them.
Well, you also have to remember too, gang banging in LA is way older than the war in Chicago, as far as, you know, what these dudes are doing. You know, not traditionally GDs, vice lords, all that kind of stuff. We're not taking away from their existence and all that. However, what the wars in Chicago's are now in comparison to what the wars in Los Angeles have been, it would make sense for those who are coming out of Los Angeles to be a little bit more fed up and tired with the generational war that they've been fighting for almost 60 to 70 years versus the guys in Chicago that specifically DJ Akademiks are highlighting is coming up from the early 2000s, 2010s. So that's also a huge thing.
Was over there.
DJ Akademiks started making fun of Los Angeles for our politics. He said in California, the younger homies gotta answer to the big homies. Then as an example, he said Brick Baby.
Well, that is actually how Chicago was once ran and once structured. And a lot of people from Chicago have been heard saying, young and old, that if that structure in politics was still in place, a lot of things would be a lot better, quotes, better, than what it is right now.
He got yoked up by P Nice, and due to them being from different gangs, he said Brick Baby's big homie will have to talk to P Nice's big homie, in order to find a solution. But he said in Chicago they don't gotta ask anybody for anything, and that they do whatever they want. Yeah, that's because your big homies abandon you guys. A lot of guys in Chicago don't even bang after their 30s, but in California you'll still see a 70-year-old man claiming his set. I feel like it's a fad for you guys out there, because out here is a lifestyle. Your grandpa was from the set, your daddy and mama was from the set, and now you're from the set. You see, it runs very deep out here. Many generations come from behind this. What Chicago is doing now is something we've been doing in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Right now our main
So pretty much he's saying the same thing I'm saying. We're saying the same thing like a synonym.
focus out here is trying to get money. That's why you see so many gangs doing podcasting in California now, because everybody is trying to get their bread. But you guys, let me know what you guys think. Like and subscribe.
All right, man, we finna get up out of here. Shout out to my man Paperboy News, giving y'all some news you can use, some knowledgeito you can't get in collegeito, man. Shout out to Paperboy News, Paperboy Newsstand. Get into that if you ain't got into that, man. Red dot slide it to the left. Make sure y'all show some love to my man Paperboy News. Like, comment, subscribe, and follow his page as well. Free Avenue, Angel till he's free. We go.